What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another match reaction. It's currently 1-0. I'm recording this because I have very little time, so it's 1-0. But I'm not going to really talk about the game because it is what it is. As of now, the moment we are speaking, or the moment I'm recording this video, we are in the Europa League based on what's happening on the field. Now, if the UEFA will step in, that's the expectation. I think that's the common line. Like the line was, they will keep us out of the Champions League with the points deduction. But as of now, we're in the Europa League, no Conference League. But let's see how that will develop. But I want to just wrap it up. The season is the final game. They're still playing, as I said. But let's go into basically a wrap up and what has been said pre-game, because that's kind of key. Before I do that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. And let's go. So again, don't want to speak much about the game because actually I missed the first 15 minutes because I was at the stadium to watch my hometown team bottle the league in the last second with a Toby Alderweireld worldie. Out of nowhere, they did an allegory on us, but missed the first 15 minutes. I can't really talk about that. The game in general is still going on. It is what it is, you know. I don't really want to go into that because it's kind of pointless. Chiesa obviously has been playing well, but he has been not playing as a wing back or second striker or whatever. So shockingly, he's gonna play well. You know, that's no surprise. But I want to talk what happened pre-game with the news from Di Marzio and Sky Italia saying that Giuntoli will join Juve, but maybe not this season. Maybe it will be next season, and Manna will be promoted from the under 23. Now, I said it on the podcast. It's a very worrying situation because it kind of shows there's no clear direction. It feels like they put all their eggs in one basket. And again, maybe he will join. Maybe De Laurentiis will say, you can leave. But it doesn't really make sense for De Laurentiis as well. They're planning for the following season. It makes no sense for him to say, leave, let me find a new sporting director, and let's now on the fly build for next summer. Same for us. He comes in mid transfer market, quote unquote, and we need to build on that. It feels like there's no proper rebuild again. It feels like it's all on the fly as we speak. You know, the reporting is all over the place. It's very inconsistent. It's one day Allegri's leaving, one day he's staying. Now the general media is pushing that he's going to stay. But how can he stay? Because there hasn't been improvement. He said that the squad is not good enough, and he will get quality-wise a worse squad. So if he couldn't do better with the quality he had over the last two seasons, how will he do when there is even less quality? So I don't really understand that situation. It's a weird one. But again, starting from tomorrow, that's when we need to keep a close eye on everything. Who's going to be the next coach? Is Giuntoli coming in? Are the UEFA going to ban us? And if they're going to ban us, you should pray that they're going to do it for next season, for the season that's coming, and not for the following season, because we lost money. You better lose some more money now than lose money now, and the following season you're going to lose money again if you qualify for Champions League next season, of course. So that's all the things we need to keep a close eye on. It's a very key week because apparently the talks with Allegri, if they haven't taken place already, you would suspect that those talks have already been taking place because the season was kind of over with everything that's happening. Surely they're not waiting on tomorrow because the season was already wrapped up. He said after Sevilla, our season was over. So, but like Romeo said, like everything that's coming out from the club now, maybe you shouldn't be really taking that seriously because it happens from next week. So from Monday, things can change, and maybe some real news can come out. Some news where you're like, yeah, that's solid, and not one day he's out, one day it's Gattuso, one day he's Tudor, then it's Italiano, then it's Manna, then it's Giuntoli. Like, it's all over the place. It makes absolutely no sense what's happening now. I'm seeing Gatti fight, and he's already on the yellow, so that's not good. If he picks up a red, he's suspended for the first game of the season. Um, but starting from this week is when we stay tuned on the channel, is where things will be decided, because I believe change is needed. I don't see, and excuse me for my voice, it's gone. It's really gone. But I think this week is when things get really, quote unquote, interesting or not. Like, it could be the case that this week you can hear it's not going to be Giuntoli. Allegri's going to say, and Vlahovic is very close to Bayern or whoever. I'm just saying Real Madrid, Man U. I'm just naming teams. That can all happen this week, So it's a big week, and Roma just scored, so we're back in the Conference League. So that's pray that they suspend us, because you don't want to be in the Conference League. You don't want to be in there, and if they're gonna suspend you, it's better now than the following season, because there's no money in the Conference League. There's absolutely no money in the Conference League. So and the squad will be thinner. So there's no real upset to it, So that's that. But the following week is key, because now we can see, or now we will see, if the club is gonna build towards something, or if they're gonna decide to be very stale and be very predictable and be very undecisive, because I think big decisions should be being made now. There should be, because this is kind of a reset, and you need to get everything kind of right. Players wise, coach wise, everything needs to be spot on. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck in this cycle, whatever it is, where you're just gonna dangle around in and around top four, and that's not where you want to be into. And I get that we were probably not going to compete for the title next season, but there needs to be significant improvement. And with improvement, I mean mentality wise, things on the pitch where you can see, like, okay, we have an identity. This is what we want to do. This is the direction we're going to go into, rather than it's freestyling every week with a different lineup and no plan. Then it's Allegri putting Chiesa at wingback, then putting him as a striker, then putting him here. That's not going to work. Like, there needs to be an identity for the players as well. They need to know what they're up to. They need to know what their job is, because now it's kind of all over the place. So that's that basically. Again, gonna wrap it up before the game ended. If it's 1-0, 1-1, Roma's winning, so they're in the Europa League. It doesn't really matter, because I still believe the UEFA will put a ban on us. And again, they better do it now, not the following season, because the Conference League is pointless. It's completely pointless. But thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, because tomorrow the player rating videos from Julian will drop, where he goes over the ratings of all the players. And we start doing the daily news, extras, transfer shows, all those things. And yeah, a lot of things to discuss in the coming weeks, months. So stay tuned for that, and see ya. Ciao.